There you go. Now we're in business. Hey, listen, 5 love languages, what I want to start talking to you about tonight. And we just have to truly stay on the same page on this. I want to go through a couple of weeks with you, about 5 weeks. And I want to help you out. I'm going to be doing 5 love languages for singles, as well as 5 love languages for people who are married, as well as, and a lot of people say, well, I'm not married yet. You know, is this a married person thing? No, this is for you to understand people and understand yourself. If you've read the book, I'm going to leave you behind because I'm going way beyond the book and way beyond that, okay? You know me. I'm not going to follow any outline. Here's the book. If you want to get it, this is how many times I read it. You want to see how many times? Look, that's how many times I've read my book, okay? So there it is. You want the book? Get a book. You want mine? You can have mine. The book's not going to save you here. What's going to save you is the information. If you want the information, get a little tape, listen to it once or twice a week, and let that one thing I say hit your mind. Anna, would you stand up and pray for me that God will use me tonight in a mighty way, and that I would just be obedient to the Lord. Thank you. Amen. Thank you. Listen, I want to start with an example. Quiero empezar con un ejemplo. Wilfredo, vente para acá un minutito. Un minutito nada más. Wilfredo is just learning English now, right? And what Wilfredo does not know, él no sabe, no te preocupes que no te voy a bochornar, ¿ok? Está bien. No te prometo eso, pero I won't promise anything, right? Let me start. Siéntate, mijo. Wilfredo's a good young man, isn't he? Listen to this. Wilfredo is learning English now at Career Link. It's hard to get him to speak English to us because he's insecure and he's not sure and he doesn't want to mess up because he doesn't want to fail, so he doesn't speak it that much. But he understands it well now, right? We can speak to him and he understands well. He can understand. And food, he knows all about food in English. Food and comida, forget it, because he knows food. You know what I mean? But Wilfredo doesn't know that about 12 years ago, 15 years ago, los que me conocen saben que yo no hablaba español tampoco y que el español que yo hablo hoy es mucho más mejor de cuando yo llegué aquí, ¿sí, verdad? ¿Sí o no? ¿Sí o no? Los que me conocen hace muchos años saben que yo no hablaba español nada, casi nada, totalmente americanizado, pero cuando empecé a comer arroz con gandules, pernil, se me quitó esa cosa, ¿verdad? Why? Because a long time ago I went to Puerto Rico and they told me, ustedes son unos americanizados, ustedes son unos cochinos, ustedes no son puertorriqueños, ustedes no son nada. And so I never learned the language. My mom never taught us, no one taught us. So, but now, I mean, there's so many wonderful people call me. My brother called me last week and shared a testimony. I thought, honey, I'm just so glad. She said, why are you so happy? You got like a tear in your eye. I said, I could understand him. He had a great testimony. Me habló en español and she said, teach me. I said, I can't teach you now. Woman, you're too old, you know. But I was just messing with it. But my point is, Wilfredo's primary language, el lenguaje de él, el primero. Y tú hablas en italiano un poquito, ¿verdad? Tú sabes lo que es una testadura. Testadura, right? Okay. Mushugana, if you're Jewish, is the same thing, a hard head, a bull. Okay, so you know, we can all speak a lot of different languages, but the primary language, right? How many of you speak a little bit English who speak Spanish? Right? You speak a little English, right? You can, se defienden bien, ¿verdad? Y yo también estoy empezando a tratar de defenderme en español. Pero, el lenguaje el primer lenguaje mío, en el que se pueden comunicar más mejor conmigo. Man, I'm impressed with the way I'm doing that. El que se pueden comunicar conmigo mejor es en el inglés. ¿Sí o no? ¿Usted me entiende? El primer lenguaje que yo entiendo que pueden aguantar una conversación completamente en diferentes niveles. Whoa, that's too deep even for me, man. Hold up, let's just go right back to English. Let's try. Okay, mi primer lenguaje es inglés. Although ahora estoy aprendiendo el español y puedo comunicarme con alguien. Ahora, fíjate. Si el lenguaje de Wilfredo, el primer lenguaje de él, es español, y yo le estoy hablando y digo, hey brother, how you doing, man? And you understand all the things I'm trying to tell you theologically, man, because I want you to understand these things. You understand, Wilfredo? Some, right? Pero que te estoy dejando, ¿verdad? Porque estoy usando palabras bien grandes y no estás conectando conmigo. ¿Entiendes un poquito, verdad? See or no, right? Is everyone understanding me? He's getting a little bit of what I'm saying, but he's not, right? He can understand little bits and pieces, but not all of it. Why? Because I'm speaking to him not in his primary language. Si yo me quiero comunicar con Wilfredo, tengo que hablarle a él en español. Yo tengo que humillarme y decir, Jimmie, tú tienes que pensar en español, hablar en español y comunicarte con este menor, con este joven en español. Entonces tú vas a tener una conversación buena con él. Right or wrong? So as I'm doing that, I'm realizing when I see Wilfredo, every day I'm thinking of something in Spanish and I'm learning more Spanish and it's coming easier to me. So I appreciate Wilfredo. Right? Because that's his primary language. Ahora, paguen atención. Si el lenguaje de él es español, y yo lo estoy hablando totalmente en inglés, y en inglés castellano o en un inglés de doctor, él me va a entender bien. Si yo empiezo a usar palabras grandes, if I start using big giant words, is he going to understand me? I'm going to leave him behind, right? Well, speaking from a metaphysical viewpoint, I just want it to be known that dialectically we can exchange words and try to communicate on that kind of a level. But, you know, barring the fact that some people are more verbose than others, it probably isn't possible for you to be able to comprehend the totality of what I'm trying to say. All right? You see what he just did? Like, what was it, right? Casi no me entendiste, ¿verdad? Porque estoy hablando en un nivel acá arriba. Es inglés, pero acá arriba. So what am I saying? ¿Qué estoy diciendo? Just as in our language, we have a primary that we communicate and receive best in. In the same way, we have a love language that we receive best in. ¿Ustedes me están persiguiendo? En la misma manera que uno tiene un lenguaje de su vocabulario, también en el amor tienen un lenguaje que es el primero. Es cuando tú me tocas el corazón. Es cuando nos estamos comunicando bien. It's when we're communicating right. That's about as much Spanish as I'm going to go with today. I'm going to drop the ball in a minute. Vete, ya acabaste. Give me a hand. Imagine for yourself, imagine this. Imagine that you pull up to a gas station. Imagine that you pull up to a gas station, right? Any of you ever run out of gas? Mentiroso. Liars. Anybody ever run out of gas? Come on. Yes, right. I did too. Because I always think, just 10 more minutes. Come on, how many of you like that? 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. It's just I can get one more mile, and it goes, and I'm like, man, right? One day I'm just saying, oh, why you let me do this, man? I'm like, man, God, I was praying, man, orando, y me quedé estoqueado. I was praying. He said, estúpido, I showed you 3 gas stations. You didn't stop. I showed you 3. You passed 3 gas stations. Te mandé 3 ahí y no paraste. Right? Anyway, are you following me? But imagine this. Imagínate. Ahora vamos a cambiar de lenguaje. Let's change from language right over to love. Amor. To love, to sharing our love for somebody. You see, different people have different love languages. And you got to learn them. But tonight, I need you to understand that we can mask what our love language is. In other words, most men think that this is physical touch. They need to be touched. Because we just think that. We're told that. Sometimes we're told what our love language is, and so we really don't know what our true love language is. If it's just spending time, if it's being heard, if it's getting a word of affirmation, afirmación de que estás haciendo un trabajo bueno, an act of kindness, an act of love, and we don't understand that. Are you following me? I want to run you through a couple of things here. I thought there would only be 50 of you here, so share these out there with me. Give me 2 people. Dos ahí, pass them out. Quickly, go. I want you to I want to read a portion of text to you. Philippians chapter 4. Filipenses capítulo 4, versículos 6 a 8. Philippians chapter 4, verses 6 through 8. I'm going to read this to you. And by the way, quería dejarle saber algo. Estamos pensando, Pastor Luis está pensando empezar un servicio totalmente en español. Totalmente en español. Now that doesn't mean that you get away from me. It just means you, because I'm going to be preaching there too, but he's going to help me out with that, okay? Starting from verse 6 to verse 8. It says, Philippians chapter 4, verses 6 through 8. It says, do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Now, folks, tonight I want to share something with you. I want you to take these love languages things right here, and I want you to get ready to fill them out. There's scripture right under there for you, by the way. Okay, are you ready? The first love language, I want you to write it down. Come on, if you're a couple, if you're a single person, you think, well, I don't need this, guess what? Are you planning on getting married, or are you planning on becoming a nun? Okay, if we got any celibate men here that are going to be monks, then you better check this out and learn this stuff, because when you start to build on relationships, you better know what that man or woman needs. Okay, the first love language is words of affirmation. Write that down. Words of affirmation. Palabras de afirmación. O palabras que afirman. Que dicen, estás haciendo un trabajo bueno. I love you. I care for you. You're doing a good job. You're thinking too roughly about yourself. You follow me? Words of affirmation. That's it. Look at the scripture right there. You got it? Proverbs. An anxious heart weighs a man down, but a kind word cheers him up. Come on, anybody follow me? An anxious heart. How many of you ever had worry in your heart? Cuando uno está pensando en los bills, you're thinking of bills and stuff, and you're like, you're weighed down, man. But somebody comes and goes, hey, man, I love you so much, man. Man, you always encourage my heart, man. Every time I see you come in the building, man, it just makes me happy. It makes you feel good, doesn't it? That's a word of affirmation. People are affirming to you that you mean something, that you have value to them. So the first one is a word of, that's one of the love languages. Okay? Matthew says, but Jesus immediately said to them, take courage. It is I. Do not be afraid. Once again, you know, having somebody in a time of fear, hey, come on, man, take courage, man. It's me. I'm here with you. Right? A word of affirmation. I'm here, man. You're not alone. You're not going through this by yourself. I'm here with you. Word of affirmation. The second language, you ready? Okay, is quality time. Quality time. Tiempo de calidad. Tiempo. Pero tiempo de calidad. My wife tells me, she says, some quality time. And to me, quality time, she says, Jimmie, are you going to come watch this Lifetime movie with me? And I said, I'm here, hon. I'm right here. She said, yeah, but I thought you were going to sit with me and watch it. I'm right here in the next room, honey. I can hear. The poor lady's getting hurt. Oh, thank you. I hope they get the baby. You know, and it's like right. And I'm studying stuff on my computer. And so she tells me, come on, Jimmie, I need some time with you. I said, okay, and I'll come in and I'll watch the movie, right? You know? And folks, I don't know about you. Anybody here love the musicals? Yeah, right? You love musicals? What's the one with the, The Hills Are Alive with the Sound of Terror. Right? Not Mary Poppins, something else. And Andrew something, right? Who? Julie Andrews, all right? So my wife gets that movie. Right? I'm a Puerto Rican guy, man. And in the middle of the movie, and they go like this, they say, I love you. So the kids, yes. Well, I know that. I know that, yes. And I know that the Germans are coming. But when I think of thee, and I'm like, what? I can't do this. Come on, man. Let's watch cartoons or something, man. Come on, man. I'll watch cartoons, but don't make me do this, honey. Don't do this. I can't. The German guards are getting them. Let's not hide. Hide. Let's not hide. Hide, hide. I love you. Let's not hide. Hide. Be quiet. No, no. And I'm like, no, I can't do this, honey. I got to go to the bathroom. I got a stomach ache. I'm like making excuses. I got to go change my flip-flops. My sock is short. You know, I just want to get away. And I come back and say, oh, this is wonderful. Oh, yeah, it's great. Ay, Dios mío. This has got 2 tapes? It's the extended version. Yeah. Oh, that was good. Put in the other one now. But if it was me, I want to see the Terminator having his yank head off by the tractor trailer. Right? But quality time. So I sit there. The hills are alive. Oh, hide. No, that's not hide. Hide, no, hide. I love you, love you, love you. Don't say anything. You're German. Yes, you are. You know. It drives me nuts. But el lenguaje, the language is quality time. Not my quality time. Her quality time. So understanding another person's language. You follow me? Number 3, the third one. Anybody know what it is? Receiving gifts. Receiving gifts. And the scripture has receiving gifts. And I'm not talking bling bling. Now put that. This don't mean, it could mean bling bling, but it doesn't mean bling bling. Who's the big tall basketball player that raped the girl and then bought his wife a diamond? Kobe, Dummy Bryant. Right? They just, right? Think about it, right? And my point is, I'm not judging him. I don't know if he did it. I just think he did, really strongly. You know? Right? But the point is, he bought his wife a big rock. You know? You know? Don't be fooled by the rocks. I'm still Jenny from the block. Yeah, sure you are. I saw you in Bronx last week. You know? Sure. That was a joke. It was funny. Slightly. You follow me? Think about it. The scripture, Matthew 7:11, it says what? If you then, though you are evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father in heaven give you good gifts to those that love him? Then he turned toward the woman and said to Simon, do you see this woman? I came into your house and you did not give me water for my feet, but she wet my feet with her tears and wiped them with her hair. You did not give me a kiss, but this woman from the time I entered has not stopped kissing my feet. You did not put oil on my head, but she has poured perfume on my feet. Therefore I tell you, her many sins have been forgiven, for she loved much. But he who has been forgiven little loves little. Folks, the bottom line there is, listen, number 3 is, listen, is what? Receiving gifts. Receiving gifts, man. I mean, give me, you know, sometimes doing something for somebody. It's not the expensive one. You know, washing the car. Filling it with gas. Making sure your wife's car runs. Right? If you know that you one of them women that holds all the money, and you know the brother's going to go get a coffee from time to time to Dunkin' Donuts, stick $5 in his wallet and put a 20 in his ashtray and tell him that's for gas or whatever, man. Just come on, man. We're always trying to control each other, and that's where the fights come in. They come from sex, they come from money, and they come from that burnt food we call the food we call burnt offerings. You know, that was another joke. You didn't get that one. I used to tell people, my wife treats me like a god. 3 times a day she gives me burnt offerings, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's funny. It wasn't funny to Debbie either. But receiving gifts. You know, Debbie, my wife is like, she's a foliage person. Anybody know what foliage is? Like leaves, right? She's into leaves. Leaves just bother me. I feel like I got to rake leaves. Leaves are like, why don't they stay on the tree? They look good. Just stay there and change colors again next year. They have to fall, then I have to move them. Debbie likes them. Oh, look at the leaves, Jimmie. And I'm like, yeah, look at them. Like, oh, isn't that beautiful? I say, yeah. I can see the squirrels and all now. It's nice, really nice. They're all over the yard. You know, and she's like, oh, it's beautiful. I love this time of year. Let's just throw sweaters on and go out and stand out there. I'm like, okay. Isn't this great? Oh, yeah. Let's do something. I'm tired, you know. One day, listen to me. I tried it just to see, right? I got one of them ties that you get off the bread, right? You know, on the bread and el pan, you got the little tie things. I pulled one of them up, right? I went outside to the backyard. I grabbed a couple of little things. I tied it to the bottom of them, got a paper clip, put it on there, right? Made them fan out a little bit, laid them on the table next to a cup of coffee. Do I need to say I was the man that day? I found that, listen, the love life, listen to me. It wasn't about, you know, laying a Benjamin on the table. It was about, oh, you know I love the leaves, don't you? And I'm like, yeah, and that's 3 less I got to rake. You know, right or wrong, but still you're understanding the gift. El lenguaje, it's a different language. You with me? Language number 4 is acts of service. Acts of service. You want to try something this week? Look, with friends, boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, sons, daughters, your children. Love languages are for children. Love languages are for men, or for women, or for sisters in the Lord, brothers in the Lord, good friends, all relationships. This is not about husband and wife only, although it works very well with husband and wife, but it's for life skills. Acts of service. Find something this week, every day, to do for your spouse. Some little thing. Seriously. Is it trash night? Bag it all up. Clean the refrigerator, take it out. Don't even let her do it. Really. I'm serious. Just find something kind to, find something nice to do. An act of service. An act of service. I don't know how many times I've gone by my house and I'll just listen to me, because I'm always from one meeting to another. I'm moving, right? And I see the baskets. And so I'm like, man, stupid baskets, these stupid clothes baskets, and I get around them and I leave. And I come back on the next day and oh my goodness, and I move it over, and these baskets, you got to move them over, right? Right? And then I come back by and somebody moved the basket over to the other side. I got to get around them again, and I move them again. And one day it dawned on me, why don't you just walk that upstairs, homie? So I did. Do I need to say that I was the man? I'm telling you, oh, honey, thank you. Oh, that was so kind of you to think of doing that. You know, I've been waiting 3 days, wondering just like, maybe I'd get Timmy to do it or somebody, but, I can't find him. He's got a girlfriend now, so who can find Timmy, and they're just too heavy. I did all the wash, and it's just too heavy for me, I took it up, and no, and I put it there. I'll do it all the time, just, an act of service. Sometimes washing that, in pork chops when that, listen to me, my wife can't make rice, but if she did, if one of y'all Puerto Rican women teach her how to make some pegao, I'll wash the pot. Yo lavo el caldero. I'll clean it. Because she don't know how to, but I'd wash the pot, man. I'd stay up at night with a spoon scraping it, man. I may nibble on some, but I'd scrape it. That would be an act of service that I would enjoy. Are they coming? No, they're coming. Are they coming? No, they're coming. Do it. The Sound of Music. Anybody see that movie? It's just so, oh my goodness. Oh man. I wanted the Germans to catch them. There they are. They're in the cage. Get them. Shoot. You love me? What time? Oh, we're doing good, man. Thank you, Jesus. Water from the ground, man. Are you ready? Last love language is physical touch. Physical touch. Somebody put this next to it. Not sex. Not sex. Men are microwaves and women are crock pots. Did you just get that now? Man, that brother got it like a delayed reaction. He's got a bad fuse. What I'm trying, am I right, women, or not? Come on, now back me up here. Men are like, I want to like, go suave, mijo. Take it easy, son. We ain't going nowhere, baby. Right here. And doing this 20 years, we got this. It's all good. Physical touch. We think it's sex. A poor woman does like this to you, puts a hand on you, like they go like, oh, thank you. Like, just patting you on the shoulder, man. Like they tuck and say, what? What is it? Here now? Or like, no, it's just good job with the bringing the basket up. Oh, okay, all right. Right or wrong, right? You get all messed up in your brain thinking, what do you do now, Funny, isn't it? Physical touch, man. Good job. Stop and rub somebody's shoulders, man. It might be a male friend. You put your arm around him. Hey, man, it's good to have you here, brother. Good to have you here, man. Nice, safe touch, man. I'm not weird. All right? Right? You know what I mean, though? Like just healthy, man. Thank you, man. Give somebody a good handshake and man, hold them for a minute. Thanks, bro. It's good to see you, Jaime. You got the funniest laugh in the world. What is that, you know? Okay, do it. Do it. Do it. I'll make you laugh. Let me tell you a joke. What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. Do it, go ahead. What do you call a cow that just had a baby calf? A decaffeinated cow. What do you call a boomerang that doesn't work? A stick. Ay, Dios mío. Look, this is church. Let's be serious, all right? We're having no fun at church. There's serious stuff here about God. Oh. Why do they do that, right? Hey, you see the love languages? What are they? If you don't watch yourself, you may think, you see, now you got some homework now. Because you got to think, what is my spouse's or what is my best friend? You know that friend that you've been trying to get through to who's like, what is with them that they don't get me? Right? And maybe you're like me and Wilfredo. We're communicating a little. We know we like each other. We're just not talking the same language when it comes to love. And what happens is, in marriages and in friendships, whenever your love tank, imagine that you're loved. Everybody wants to be loved, needed, and accepted. Aceptado, right? Amado y necesitado. Every one of us want that. It's the natural instinct of men and women. When you don't get loved, your love tank gets empty. And when you're empty, you get angry and critical and nasty, and you fight and you complain, and the food ain't good, and you shut up, and don't you say that about me, I'm leaving you, and right or wrong, you know what I mean? And you stink, and you need to start flossing, and you know, that don't smell good on you, those pants are tight on you, and just it goes on and on and on. What'd you do with all the money, you know, and you've been, you know, you didn't bring that much money in for us to be worried about what I did with it, you know, right or wrong. But what I'm saying is one tank gets empty. And then we want that person to love us. Hey, come on, I'm home, love me. I'm like, yeah, I'm lonely. I'm sad, and I'm depressed. Or it doesn't always have to be the woman. It could be the guy. It could be an overbearing woman that just runs a man down all the time, being so critical, and the poor man can't breathe, you know what I mean? And he gets home, and he's locking himself in a room with the remote because he just doesn't want to be with her. Proverbs says, living with an annoying woman is like a dripping faucet. It never stops bothering you. Like, bloop, 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 all night long. Just you never want to get away. You wonder why those men lock themselves in a room. They don't want to be with you. Anybody hear that? When you live with a person that looks fairly good, you got to look at yourself in the mirror then and figure out, first of all, that you ain't that good looking. And if the person looks fairly good and they don't want to be in the same room with you, maybe it's you. Maybe you got an issue. Maybe they don't want to be with you. Maybe you're a dripping faucet. You're like, does everything have to be critical? Does everything have to be negative? You follow me? So your test is to find the love language. Now you think you got the message all figured out. That was my introduction. Do your homework. You ready? Buckle up. 15 minutes. You sure you're ready? I don't know. Understanding relationships begins by understanding ourselves. Turn your papers over and write these notes down any way you want, but write some of this down. Anything you want. Don't write everything down. You'll be trying to catch up. I speak too quickly for that, but write some of it down. Understanding love languages begins with understanding yourself. Listen to me. You must understand yourself. It is imperative. You've got to understand who you are, how you're made up, what your makeup is, what your temperance is. You know, what makes you the way you are. Anybody ever think about that? What makes you who you are? What makes you how you are? And what makes you unique? What makes you different than everyone else? You must start. When it comes to love languages, everybody wants to go right to the book, and this is your love language, and mine is words of affirmation. Tell me that I look nice today. You know? Everybody wants that, but nobody ever wants to do. This is why I told you, you can forget the book because you ain't getting this out of the book. This is where the rubber meets the road. If you want to do this right, then this is pastorally how to do it right. If you want to, you gotta, if you want to understand. Thinking sometimes that what I say is true. Anybody ever do that? You start believing the stuff that you say like it's true. What makes you who you are? What makes you? Number one, I want to give it to you. Number one, what makes you is your parents. Come on, put that down, right? Your parents, they made you. They had an influence on your life. They had an influence on your upbringing. They had an influence on the way that you were brought up, right? It might have been something like, I ten cuidado con esos puertorriqueños, right? Right or wrong? And if they told you that as a kid, oh, no, esos dominicanos, ay, Dios mío, olvídate, ¿sabes? Y los cubanos, whoa, los judíos, y los morenos, olvídate, right? Right or wrong, Puerto Rican people, oh, forget it. Black people, oh my goodness, right or wrong, right? And you get that in your mind, and what happens? You're brought up that way, and it becomes a part of who you are. Right or wrong? When I was a little kid, I got bit by two dogs. They weren't pit bulls at that time. They just had a family. I was stealing off a tree in a yard in Camden, and I fell into a yard with two dogs, and they bit me all over. And what I remember is that they stuck me in ice. Now, for the rest of my life, I've got this thing where, I've got this fear of dogs. Like, dogs are bad. Dogs are very bad. Dogs are real bad. I don't like dogs. I like little dogs. I don't like big dogs. I don't want a dog. I don't like dogs. Dogs can die in front of me, and I would be a happy man. Listen, what? Listen to me. Now, for those of you that love dogs, that's like, wow, that's really screwed up thinking. And it is. It's screwed up thinking. And yet, look, it's my reality. So I need to understand and say, wow, man, some people love pets. Some pets are very kind. But now I look at the world now, and everybody got a pit bull. And, yo, what's up, man? Yeah, man, I'm on disability. But they got a dog dragging them, and they got a bad back. How can you be on disability and you got a pit bull dragging you 17 miles an hour? Oh, that is so funny to me. I saw some lady go by my house today. I said, who's walking who, man? He said, what? Excuse me? The dog is walking you, mama. You see, you don't need another pit bull. You need to cut that dog's legs off. I guess, Jaime, if I had a dog with no legs and no tail, I'd take him for a drag every day instead of a walk. Yo, bro. Drag. That's crazy. That's just crazy talk. Look, man, church is fun, man. You can learn some real good stuff here. Tonight, not from me, apparently, but you can learn some good stuff. Your siblings, your brothers and your sisters, right? Come on, man. Come on. Huh? Mira que calladito se puso el cuarto. Your siblings. You see, they could have been older or they could have been younger. And maybe in their own experimentation, they touched you where you should have been touched. Because they had been touched where they weren't touched. Where they weren't supposed to be touched. Right or wrong. Maybe they did some things and told you some things and got you to experiment with some things. My older brother is the one, listen to me, that got me into speed. And before you know it, you'll pick up things that'll make you somebody that you're not supposed to be. So listen, part of what makes you who you are, listen to me, is your parents. They've nurtured you in a certain way with certain fears, certain things that you feel about life, right? My mom, she used to say, el que busca fuerte para su blank, bueno que lo encuentre. And I always learned that, right? Dime con quién anda y te diré quién eres. Tell me who you hang with, I'll tell you who you are. If you're looking for a spanking, your butt's going to find it. You know what I mean? When we learned all these little sayings, what? And they never went away. I'm thinking, I'm 48 years old. This never goes away. Tell me that our parents don't have something to do with how we're brought up. Are you following me? Yes or no, right? Next thing, listen to me, is your history. Your history. And what I want you to put on there is your experiences. Okay? You follow me? Your experiences make who you are. And you're never going to understand someone's love language or never going to understand how to personally take care of another until you understand how you feel about yourself. What's your history? What has made you become who you are? I'm telling you, at the beginning of all this, learning how to love others and build our relationships is you and me. Facing ourselves, facing our siblings, facing our parents, facing our fears, facing the way we talk and look at one another, facing our history, if you want to that, facing my history. Where did I come from? Who was I? I'm an Americanized Puerto Rican. Only now in the later part of my life do I embrace that I'm a Boricua and that I'm a Puerto Rican, and I'm loving the language now more than ever, loving the people more than ever. Now I understand some of the history of the campesino and the Tainos. I never knew that stuff, but now I embrace it and I love it. But what is it? Because of my history, I never embraced that. Because it was like, I'm never supposed to be that. I'm a spick. You see what I mean? How history can screw you up. Well, how am I ever going to be loved by anybody or give anybody love if my life has got screwed up thinking? Anybody follow me there? You with me yet or not? The next thing is your gender. Come on now. You're a boy or girl. Your gender. Right? I had somebody tell me last week to say, so you're Puerto Rican and your wife is Dutch, right? Wow. Well, how's it feel to be married to a Latino male? They're like hot and into the whole salsa thing and everything. You know what I mean? I said, where did that come from? They're machistas, aren't they? They're all male chauvinists, right? All the men slap their women around. I said, where'd you get that from? Where did you get that from? That's like saying all Polish people are stupid, right? Right or wrong? All Jewish people are stingy, right or wrong? I mean, where did we get that from? All Italian people are greasy. Right or wrong? I mean, am I right or wrong? I mean, this is where all this stuff comes from, right? Right? All Irish people are drunks. Right? All Puerto Ricans are on welfare. Right or wrong? It makes you think that, right? I mean, where did this come from? Where did this come from? Look, gender. I mean, your gender has everything to do how you brought up. That's a big thing of what's happening now in America is that males they've taken our gender away. Women, some of y'all women need to help us. Listen to me. We're not saying that women can't do an equal job, but you want me to be a gentleman and tell you how we feel? They now have 6 genders in America. You're a transvestite, a bisexual, a homosexual, a transsexual, a man, or a woman. And they're trying to invent a 7th one now. How do men feel about that? It's like, well, why do you need a father? If 2 women can raise a child, then what do you need dad for? If 2 men can raise a child, then what do you need a mother for? There's nothing like a mother. You raise a child all his life. You go to the baseball game. Bill Cosby says it best. You go to baseball games. You drive him there. You pay for his college. You pay for everything. He finally makes it to the big leagues. He's throwing the football and the camera's in his face. And what does he say? Hi, Mom. Not hi, Dad. Hi, Mom. Right or wrong? You get me in front of the camera. Hola, Mami. ¿Cómo está? Mom still thinks I'm flying with the president, by the way. She's telling me, Jimmie, te vi en la televisión con el presidente. ¿Dónde está? En Connecticut está con el presidente. Ay, Dios mío, voy a llamar a todas mis amigas. I said, no, Mom, estaba en Allentown. En Allentown, ¿pero dónde estás ahora? En Connecticut haciendo un wedding. Tú estás haciendo un wedding para el presidente. Mira, Jimmie, como tú has cambiado. I'm thinking, oh my goodness, man. So she thinks I'm flying with the president. So I'm just going to let her go with it. I try to tell her the truth and just like, she said, no, que el hijo mío, él está en el avión con el presidente. Ese avión grande, él se va con él. Me parece que la semana que viene va a estar en el helicóptero. Next week is going to be that. So I just said, Mom, just, when you're 78 years old, just hallelujah. Think what you want. Yeah. Isn't that funny? With me? Look at this, man. We got a little eraser on this. Is this a cool tool or what, man? We need a big eraser, though. Watch this. Oh, the mama eraser. The mama. See what I mean about mamas? Here, look. What else makes you who you are? Your vocabulary. No, it doesn't, Pastor Jimmie. Look, your education is what I mean by that. Right or wrong? You ever see people? I see it around here all the time. Yo, what's up? What's going on, homie? I'm going to be on his app, on the Pazip app. I'm going to about Kazip app. Yo, man, because it'd be like I'd be whack, man, like I'd be chilling with the chili. You know what I mean? Why? Why must we talk this way? Why? If we show our intelligence, then you trying to be better than us? Oh, yeah, well, you ain't really black, or you ain't really Puerto Rican, or you ain't really hip, man. You ain't chilling, you whack. We're forced into this. Look at this. Look how we are. We're forced in. So now I got to find a girlfriend who's like, she's, you know what I mean? And she's got to walk like me and everything, and you know what I mean? Homegirl, listen to me. You want to be with me? I need you to wear all your jewelry every day, all of it. Just wear all of it. Find every piece of gold you own and wear it all. Just don't on your nose, on your ear, just put it on, right? Why? Why? Oh, you're having a ball with this one, aren't you? The point is, listen to me, our vocabulary, our education, it limits where you go. Your attitude will determine your altitude. Your education. You keep yourself in a ghetto mindset. Ghetto is not a place. It's an attitude. It's a mental disposition. Do you follow me? And our children are being told, listen to me, they're being trained not by their parents today because their fathers ain't around. Their moms are so worried about where they're going to get money that they're running around leaving the kids alone. The TV is training them on BET and MTV, and what they're getting is they're getting a lie. They're getting told that you got to act a certain way. Hey, come on to Yo Raps and let's check out Cribs. What do I want to watch Cribs for? Anybody ever watch Cribs? Why do I want to know all you got? You watch Cribs, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. What do I want to watch? What other people have got off of me being stupid, buying something from them, and then all they do is use my women, people like my daughter, if they were to ever get it, they put her in a thong and have her act like a hoochie mama. They get our kids and they want them dancing to make you look good. What's up with that? We're living in a world where our children are told you get everything real quick. All depends on how you can be. Every girl's going to be a model. Everybody's going to be a hairdresser. Everybody's going to be real quick. Whatever happened to working, getting a career? Pay now and play later. I'm telling you folks, listen to me. Your vocabulary, your education will limit how you love and who you love. You see, you might find somebody who's a scale or two above you in education, socioeconomically, and you'll feel scared to have a relationship with them. Anybody ever feel that way? Like, oh, esa gente, doctores y todo eso, no puedo bregar con ellos. No quedar con los míos aquí. Nosotros, cosa nuestra. Right or wrong? We happy? We got a bodega. We know the lady sells limbes over there and get pastelillos over here. That's all I need. Hasta que muera, ¿está bien? I'm telling you, is it right or wrong? I mean, listen to me, it hurts our heart, but we need to think bigger than this. But how are we going to love people if we're always limiting ourselves? That's what I'm trying to do with you tonight, is stretch your brain a little bit. I didn't get past. Anyway, let me tell you. Men, 5 little things about men and women. Men love to share facts. Men love to share facts. Women love to share feelings. Face it, it's true. Men, listen to me. This and this and this and this and that one. Really? How did you feel about that? Really? No. Tell me more. You know, they're like what? This is getting too intimate, man. This is just... Right or wrong? Come on, ladies, am I right? Listen, us men are still trying to figure out how... Listen to me. The women go out. 78 ladies go out and sleep in 9 hotel rooms, right? 6 of us men go out and we're having a thing about, oh, no, está bien, brother. I'll sleep on the floor, man. All right, I don't want no issues tomorrow, I don't want to get back to the church. And right or wrong? I'm right or wrong? We're not going, no. Well, you take the bed. Come on, it's a king size. I'm not going to touch you. We'll put pillows. All right, está bien. Just I like the floor. It's good for the back. Right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? Women are, listen to me, men are about facts. What's the facts? I slept in the bed with you last night in the hotel. Women are about feelings. Oh, I said we had a wonderful time. We had a pillow fight. We talked, and then we talked about macrame, and we watched a Lifetime movie. We cried. We shared tissues together and everything, and everything. And they're like so emotional, and we're like so facts. The fact is, bro, listen, we got one bed and two men. Somebody got to hit the floor. And I'm the senior pastor. You can have a pillow and a blanket. It's horrible, isn't it? Oh, my goodness. Is that horrible or what? Oh, here you go. There's a new way to erase. Just go like that. You learn something every day, man. La tecnología me encanta, man. Anyway, men love to share facts. Women love to express it. Men tend to be independent. I should say we like to act independent. This world has made us this way. We like to act like we got to be alone. Right or wrong? Come on, man. Right? We're independent. Yeah, I got this. Right or wrong? You ever hear that? I got this. Right? Learn this word. Women are look, interdependent. Dependent. You follow me? They're Great. Learned a new trick. Put that right back there. Take that away from me. Interdependent. We are independent. They depend on one another. We need individualism to be a man. They need togetherness to have strength. That's why. You ever see women in the bathroom? You like four go at one time. I can't be in the bathroom with Natalie, bro. You go. Okay, go ahead, man. I'll wait out here, man. Come on, man. I'll get a burger or something, man. Go ahead, brother. Do that, and don't blow it up, man. Right or wrong, it's like, come on, man. I mean, no, vente, Luis, vamos al baño. Vente. Men don't do that. Do we? Let's go, guys. Come on, let's go to the bathroom. I mean, women, I'm going to the restroom. Wait a minute. You know, they're you got like a flock of geese going to the restroom. Men don't do that. Men connect by doing things. Men connect. You can get men, Deacon Willie, people like that. Man, we're like doers, man. Louis right here is like doers, man. My nephew Louis, they're doers. They're doers. You know, they want to do stuff. Men connect by doing. Women connect by talking. Admit it, right? Hey, let's go push somebody's car, and all the men are together and we're doing it. You know what I mean? Let's go help somebody move, and all the men are together and we're doing it, right? Women could just sit there. Really? Did you? No. Really? 14 pounds. What a big baby, really. Yeah, I thought it was kind of an ugly baby, too. Let's not ever tell, but we know the truth. That's one ugly baby. Yeah, you know what I mean? They connect by talking. Am I right or wrong? Women can talk, man. Men are like, yeah, really? Really, a 2x4? How many you got? You know, I mean, we want facts. We want, how many you got? 3? 12, Men tend to be controlling, and women tend to be agreeable. Some of you men right now are going like this. They're going, guess who's in control in your house? I shouldn't even done that, man. That was absolutely out of line. Some of y'all got real serious. I see people like this right now. You better straighten that out, brother. The bottom line is, ladies, you got to let the man lead, man. Nos están quitando todo. I got an amen back there. I got an amen back there. Y le metieron una galleta. Oh, Lord. Let him lead, man. Us poor men are living in a world where they've taken everything away from us. They act like they don't even need us anymore. And all a man is really looking for, try to find his love language out. Anybody think that they know what my love language is? I've told you the love languages now. Can you think that you know what mine is? Now, let me share something with you. What were the love languages again? Give me number one. Words of affirmation. Esas palabras que afirman. I'm hoping I'm saying that wrong. Correct me later, not in public. I'll get embarrassed. Okay, in Spanish. Help me out. I'll learn. I'm pliable. I can learn. I'm not stupid. Number 2. Quality time. Just give me some time. I need some time with you, honey. Need some time. Don't only come, I mean, when it's bedtime and you want some, that's not quality time. That's nookie time. That's, I want quality time. Come on, I'm sorry. I'm just being, el pastor le está un poquito on the edge. I'm sorry. Hay que ser franco y crecer en el Señor. Amen? All right? Number 3 is what? Receiving gifts. Man, give a little something, man. How many of you think life revolves around you? Nobody put their hand up. Okay, good. Good job. Good job. Number 4. Acts of service. Come on, man. Serve. Number 5. Physical touch. Not sex. How many of you think? Just guess. Just guess. What do you think your pastor's love language is? What? What do you think it is, Anna? What do you think it is? Mine. I'm going to let you pick on me. What do you think it is? Come on, anybody. Listen to me. Is he alive? No, he's not alive. Is he alive? Are they coming? Where are the Germans? Here they come. No, yes, no, yes. Quality time is not mine. I don't listen to me. Take me for a walk and let me walk ahead of you. I'm fine. I don't need to watch Lifetime. Come on, somebody else. What do you think mine is? Do you see how hard it is? You want to know why? Do you know why it's confusing for some of you? One person got it right on the nail. Anybody else want to take a shot? Go ahead. What do you think mine is? What? Okay, all right, stay there. The reason that mine is hard to detect is because I try to make it hard to detect. Because I've learned some of my history. And I understand that all of you have a different, now look at me, or you'll miss this. All of you have a different love language. And in order for me to preach to you week after week, I need to be able to get into different people's hearts. And some are words, some need affirmation, some need touch, some need me to know, wow, man, he touched my heart with that. Some need to know that I cared for them. Some need to know that I was standing in their corner and they're not alone, man, and I'm serving them. I'm there for them. Are you following me? Now, let me ask you something. Leave it there. Babies, a little baby. You see a little baby? I'm going to prove something to you. I'm going to prove to you that you know these love languages. When you were a baby, if you had at least a half-decent life, listen to me, control some of those kids for a second, brother. Just hold them right there for a second. I got something deep. Just, when you were a child, how many of you know children right now? Yeah, no children. How many of you give them words of affirmation? Hi, son. Oh, you're getting to be such a big boy. You're such a pretty little girl, right? How many of you give them quality time? Come on, I'm going to take you with me. You're going to come have lunch with us today, right? How many of you do acts of service? Hey, here, I'll tie that shoe for you. Come on, I'll show you how to do that. Let me help you get that little coat on, right? How many of you give them gifts? Hey, look what I got for you. Huh? How many of you do physical touch? Come here, let me hug you, you little monster, you, right? Right on. So they get all 5. But as you mature, you blend into needing one primary. Are you following me? Your children should be getting all 5 of these from you. That's what I try to do as your pastor. I try to meet your needs. That's why sometimes some things you like it when I say it, and sometimes you don't like it because I'm not meeting that need for you at that moment. I'm like, well, I didn't like when you said that. You know what I mean? I was kind of rude, But I'm meeting somebody else's need, and you got to give me my latitude, my grace for that. How many of you are beginning to understand the love languages a little bit? Words of affirmation, man. Find somebody this week. Practice them all. Find the one that you think it is with your spouse. Find the one that you think it is with your friend. Find the one that you think it is in the relationship that you're trying to restore. Try to find the one in the relationship that you're trying to recover. Try to find the one with a person that's your boyfriend or girlfriend or close person. And begin to work on the one that you think it is. Listen to me. Just work on the one. Let's say it's words of affirmation. Right? Hey, man, how you doing, man? Good to see you. It's always good to see you, man. And I always feel good seeing you, man. When you see me, hey, bro, how you doing, man? You know, just try it. And you'll see a sparkle in their face. You'll see a smile or something. Some of you, it might be an act of service. Some of you, it might be that you've been thinking about somebody and you go out tomorrow and you buy a little card, man, and you just say, hey, man, I love you. I was thinking about you today. No special reason. Happy birthday, happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah, happy whatever. Just I love you. And send it. And let them open that up. And if your phone rings that day and say, oh, that meant so much to me, you're getting the handle of it. Are you following me? Find somebody that you haven't been with for a while. I've got a couple of leaders that I've kind of left on the back burner. I'm doing so many things. And like I'm realizing as I'm praying and studying this stuff over again, man, they just need to be with me for a little while. They just need me. You know, they need some time with the pastor. They just need me to be with them. They need me to be at their house and have dinner and go watch them do some work or whatever, and just to spend time with them. You know, some of them, it might be an act of service. It might be a brother, sister in the church, and they need me to go over and just to let them know I care and take a communion cup or go take a bag of groceries or something, just something. But you can do that too with each other this week. Now look, I got a lot more for you. I'm just whetting your palate. Before you get to know true love languages, and I'm going to finish next week, you got to get to know you. Next week I have another handout for you. It's very deep. And then by the third week, I'll let you start to tag them. How many of you think that you know what mine is now? What is it? Okay. Anna, what is it? Yeah. It's words of affirmation. I just need to know I'm doing a good job. You want to know how to break my heart? I won't read the letter if you send it to me, because I won't, because they hurt me. If you send me an anonymous letter, I won't even open it. I'll throw it away. What breaks my heart is if I think somebody doesn't love me, it doesn't like me. It just kills me. It's like I self-destruct. And my wife has to put me all back together. And yet you think I'm so strong, and she's got to patch me all up and say, come on, honey. Oh, no, I got to call them. I'm going to go to their house, and I'm going to make sure I'm okay with them, you know. And hey, Jimmy, it's not that big a thing, you know. No, let me just get this. And like 2 or 3 days, I still got it on my mind. And, you know, I want to go buy gold. I want to pawn my shoes and go get them a gift or something, you know. And just, anyway, you follow me? How many of you do stuff like that? So think this week. Just meditate on it. You want to get the 5 Love Languages book? Go get it. At Hackman's, it's a wonderful book. I've read it a lot of times. Okay? I'm giving this one away too, but I'm just giving it to my wife first. And I'm going to watch a movie with her. Oh, give me another musical. We are the Jets. No, anyway. West Side Story. Anyway, hey, listen, anybody have a thought or a comment? Anything? Come on, just share something. Anybody understand that learning